Hi everyone, here we go. There is the new Hotpoint Active 9 kilo 1600 spin in black, already there, ready to go. Kindly encouraged to put it in the kitchen for me to actually unbox it, and what I'm going to do now is actually unbox it. Never done a washing machine unboxing, so this will be fun. So I do apologise if any camera angles or if I put my phone down or anything. So yes, let's get on with it. Got my trusty scissors. Only pain in the rear. That's another thing, getting this thing through my security door in my flat. Oh my god, it was horrible. Oh, there we go. Oh. Actually, yeah, this is where I could do with a studio and stuff like that. Not that I would have a studio, like a washing machine in my studio, but then again, I could even just use it for demonstrating. Hey ho, maybe one day. Oh. Yeah, so gradually getting the gradually getting everything off. That's a good thing about my S10 Plus, having the wide angle lens. Oh, I'll actually take the bit of wood out. I'm gonna need that. There you go. There's a little first glimpse of it, and the door on the inside. Right, let's take the lid off. Oh, there's paperwork on flying. There we go. That's a little glimpse of that. Well, we're getting there. Obviously, oh blimey, actually the dial's a lot bigger than I thought. Well, hey ho, well there you go. But still, I'm just going to get rid of these bits. If I do need to, obviously pause of, like, if I do need to like use two hands, I will be back. Hang on. Not the most of easy, so yeah, not the most easy unboxing, doing it with one hand holding a phone. There you go. Oh, actually, I've just realised there's another bit of wood at the back. Handy having wood, I suppose. You could use it for things, but unless you've got a log burner. Oh, I might keep them. Right, I'm just going to use two hands, and I'm just going to get the base off. So obviously I'm not going to do that with one hand, and obviously hopefully it'll be fully unwrapped. Okay, see you in a bit. Oh, sorry, a bit out of breath. There we are, all unboxed, unwrapped. I'm going to take the tape off the door. Now, what I'm going to do next is take these bolts off. And then what I'll do, I'll get this all plumbed in, installed, rest of it, and we'll get it all. Apologies if the camera's gone a bit all haywire because I've just, yeah. So I just got to take my transit bolts off, get it plumbed in, and then put it back under the counter, or under the worktop, and then we'll have a look. I apologise, a bit out of breath. Managed to get it in. That's as far as it's going to stick out because of the depth of it, because obviously being a deeper 9 kilo, this Hotpoint machine, it will just stick out. I haven't switched it on yet because obviously it automatically switches on. I'll just go through what, obviously they send you some samples of what looks of it. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh, well, it looks like on this one we have like a Wi-Fi. That's pretty good. It's like you get like a hot, not that I'm interested in it, I've got the one I want anyway. So you get your free samples of like Fairy and Aerial Pod, which I'll use. Again, you've got the instruction manuals, you get your usual, let's say you get the usual, so I put my wide angle lens on. I've got my wire, yep, got your energy, your thing, don't know. I don't know if that's you. Oh right, it's not exactly a manual, but installation guide, how to do it, blah blah blah. You do get a quick start thing there. I suppose that's your manual, because obviously now these days they're trying to obviously cut back on paper and save the environment as per usual. Well, not with all this lot anyway. more marketing and more environmentally friendly waste, I suppose. Obviously, before we get on to actually looking at the machine overview, obviously we've got the table here of your cycles here. Obviously tells you your temperature, spin speed, max load, consumption, what programs use active care, what use the add garments feature, because obviously there's a stop and add, which is well, there isn't another door in it, it's just like you can stop and add stuff to it. Again, you got your pre-wash wash and fabric softener. Obviously gives you the recommended if you want powder and liquid for different types of cycles there. What's that? Oh, the residue dampness. Oh, I see. Oh, so like that's on a spin. So then you've got your energy consumption and then your water usage, but only for like kind of some of the cotton ones and synthetics. So don't give it for anything else, which is a bit useless really, but to be honest. And then you obviously got product description and your detergent drawer thing. Obviously then it gives you like so this is basically a watered down, and then obviously it gives you the instructions, the display type, blah blah blah. What I can't see on this machine is there's no auto clean function, because for first time use you would use an auto clean, but it says here once the appliance has been installed and before you use it for the first time run, cycle detergent no laundry on cycle 9 at 60. Well, I use it on 90 because I've also get rid of more bacteria. Other than that, obviously gives you the display, what's on there, changing a running wash cycle, blah blah blah, adding garments, pausing cycle, tips and suggestions, transporting the device, your technical spec, and your well no, not your technical spec, sorry, that's your troubleshooting. And yeah, that's basically obviously that's the instruction manuals now. They've dramatically reduced the paper, but now we'll go on to look at the machine and turn it on for the first time. Here we go, back in the kitchen. Ready? Let's switch it on. Ready? Makes a little bit of a jingle. Obviously you've got your dial, just your display. Obviously turns it, gives you your temperature and your time. So obviously I'm going to use number 1. Just a couple of things before we go on. There is a steam hygiene option. Obviously if you want steam during the wash, you can obviously use that. Oh, apologise. The final care is what will happen at the end of the cycle. Like for the next 6 hours, it will tumble every so often to actually reduce the creases on your garments, well, on your laundry, so you don't get any creases. This one is kind of like almost Bosch's Vario Perfect. So you've got a rapid and then you've got an eco. So at the moment we've got it on number 1, which is mixed. So if we push rapid, it got an hour. If you want eco, it goes up to 2 hours 10. So you do have the option. Again, you've got your temperature, and you've got your start delay, self-explanatory, and your spin speed, good old 1600. And that's basically about it. And obviously on the drawer here you have the ones that have the active care, which obviously, like one of my Hotpoint machines I used to have, had the direct injection. These are the dedicated cycles where you can use the active care. Unfortunately, if I use a standard cotton, you're not able to use the active care. It's only the ones that have the active care symbol on there that you'll be able to use. So what I'll do, I'll get the machine started on a 90 and get it cleaned, ready for to do my loads of washing. So thankfully with this Rapid, I've got it on number 9, I've got it on Rapid, and I can only do up to 60. Oh, okay. Let me turn the Rapid off then. So put it on 90 spin speed, keep it 16 I suppose, and yeah, and we'll get the cycle going. In this drum, got me a little bit of aerial in there as well, and just to double check the temperature, which is 90, the spin speed is 1600, not that I'm, and off. What I've noticed, that you got your wash indicator and you have another indicator but next to it. It's kind of similar to the Hoover's KG mode, where that icon will stay on and it will detect what is in the drum, so the time will reduce from 2 hours 44, as there's nothing in there. That will reduce, I don't know how much it will reduce by, but we'll soon find out. So I'm just in my camera again. There's a fair bit of water in there already. That's quite a lot of water for a Well, there we go. That's actually detected it quite quickly. So it's taken about 10-20 minutes off the time there. So as you can see, the icon, as I say, the KG mode, I suppose, icon has disappeared, and it's just left with the wash icon. Hi everyone. Well, obviously this is going to conclude the. Obviously, I've just done the first or the cleaning of the drum. Actually, that's all been finished. I will eventually do some cycles with the machine. I will do an overview video of like the programs, options, etc. What you can have, what you can't have, blah blah blah. And yep, and obviously, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.